Are you stuck charging the same retainer while your clients rake in more revenue from your campaigns? Today, I'm breaking down the truth about performance-based pricing for Google Ads agencies, so you can decide if it's going to be your growth rocket or if it's a rescue trap and a bottomless hole. My name's Zach. I'm the co-founder of Vertus. We work with over 200 marketing agencies, helping them scale Google Ads, Facebook ads, SEO, and web dev without losing their sanity. Here's what I've seen personally from all the agencies that we've worked with. The ones that nail their pricing models grow way faster than those stuck guessing. So in this video, I want to impact what performance-based pricing really is, some of the pros and cons of performance-based pricing, not just the hype, examples of when performance-based pricing can actually work, how to protect your agency's cash flow when you're implementing a performance-based pricing deal, and my final take on whether it's worth it in 2025. So let's dive in. What is performance-based pricing? That is when you tie your compensation, what your agency charges, directly to the results of the campaigns that you're running, not just a flat fee. So here are some common models. Cost per lead. You get paid for every qualified lead. We've all seen people say, you only pay me for the leads that you get. Revenue share. You take a cut of the revenue driven by ads. This is really popular with e-com. And then ROI-based billing. You get paid if you hit certain ROI thresholds, and then there might be bonuses or kickers as you keep hitting those. Clients love it because they're only going to pay you more if they're making money, and agencies see it as a way to stand out from your typical flat-based models or retainer models so that you can potentially get bigger deals. So let's talk about the pros. Easier sell. You only get paid when you win business, and it builds trust. You get upside potential. If your campaigns crush it, your revenue grows too. You are seen more as a strategic partner, not just a vendor. And in crowded markets, it's literally the hook that gets them to schedule that call. But there are downsides. Unpredictable cash flow. If campaigns dip, so does your payout. Not everything is in your control, like bad client landing pages or ghosted leads or a bad offer. Scope creep often happens. Sometimes just to get it done, boundaries get blurred and you find burnout. And you're consistently always having to prove your impact, especially in offline sales, which attribution really matters. So when does it actually work? I've seen this work really, really well for dental and local home services where leads are easy to track. I've also seen it work really, really well for e-commerce brands with clean tracking in Shopify or WooCommerce. The key here is that you need proven offers, clear data, and trust. But when should you avoid it? New clients with no track record is just a gamble. You please do not bring on a new business that's only been in business for a year and try this method out. They don't even have their stuff together. When their funnels are a mess, again, the best ads can't fix the offer, the landing page, the follow-up. It can't fix any of that. And low margins. If you're selling something and the cost of goods sold is 90% of what they're selling it for, it's probably not going to be successful. Some ways to protect your agencies, and my favorite is the hybrid model, where you charge like a set fee, and then in that set fee, you have kickers for a performance bonus, right? Make sure you have clear tracking for Google Tag Manager, call tracking metrics, call rail, etc. Make sure your contracts are airtight. Spell out the scope and how the performance will be measured and what the compensation tied to it will be. Set thresholds. If the leads drop before X, revert it to a flat retainer. So let's say you usually bring in 100 leads, but maybe it's the off season, it's December, it's Christmas time, it's a home service based company. Maybe that is going to not be a really good time to be relying on performance-based models. So at least you can still get something, right? And obviously all this is negotiable with you and your client. And more than anything, frequent check-ins, like monthly reviews, making sure that everyone is aligned. Please, 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 please do not just think, well, they signed the contract, they must understand what they're getting themselves into. I don't need to explain it to them. You need to be reiterating this to them every weekly call, all the time in your co-Slack channels, in your communication, in your emails. Now let's talk about the pitfalls. Creative changes. If clients just say, oh, hey, by the way, we're trying out a new landing page software. Yeah, well, probably attribution is going to get messed up and performance could tank, and therefore you don't get your cut. You might be only judged on your misaligned campaigns, but that's not your fault because there was a new software that was implemented. So if you can control the landing page process, that would be huge. And then burnout risk. Without these really good boundaries, your team's going to feel like they're doing a lot more for less, and it might bite you in the butt. It might mean that you have mispriced this performance-based deal without really recognizing the costs of what it's going to do to your team, because they're in there making changes all the time because of the potential upside. So creative changes, attribution confusion, and then burnout risk. Those are the big ones to watch out for. Obviously, concern with cash flow as well. That's a bonus tip, is that if you're not focusing on your cash flow and you're actually building up your business or you're growing, expecting that revenue to come in, that might not be the safest. So all to say, my summary for what I would do from the agencies that we've seen do this model and it'd be really successful is they always offer a base tier, and in their base tier they have performance bonuses, kickers, right? So we will charge you $5,000 a month, and then at the end of the month, if we meet our KPIs, if we meet our goals, our conversions, our leads, say it's 100, right? Then we'll charge you an additional $5,000. So it's $15,000 total per month. Or $10,000 at the end of the month, right? That way they feel aligned, that you have some skin in the game and you actually want their business to grow and to scale. You're not just setting it and forgetting it. So a hybrid-based model is going to be the most important. Also, don't do this with a new business. Please don't. Don't do this with an unproven vertical or niche. If you haven't done this before, my best recommendation is to do this with one of your clients that you trust, that trusts you, and make it very clear, this is something I'm trying out. This is something that I haven't done before, and I want to see how well it works for you and your business, and us to align on incentives. And you can try it out. It may work, it may not work, right? Also make sure that you get your team on the same page, so that they understand and maybe they're incentivized as well to succeed on the account. That's also really important. That's for another video. And more importantly, if you don't have teammates that you trust to work on a model like this, on a hybrid base model or performance based model, reach out to me and my team. Advertis.com. We'd love to have a strategy session. We'd love to see if our team is a good fit for you. We have top tier Google Ads specialists that would love to jump into your account and would love to perform a free audit, no charge. Love to give you a strategy, no charge. This is something that we offer to all of our agency partners for free. My name is Zach. Thank you for listening.